On July 25, 2000, Air France Concorde Flight 4590 crashed shortly after taking off from Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris. The accident claimed the lives of all 109 passengers and crew on board, along with an additional 4 people on the ground. The crash was the only fatal Concorde accident during the plane's 27-year history. The Concorde, purchased by Air France in 1976, was powered by 4 Rolls-Royce turbojet engines, each equipped with afterburners. The aircraft's last scheduled repair had occurred just 4 days before the crash. No problems had been reported during the repair. The flight, en route to John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York, was chartered by the German company Peter Delman Cruises. Passengers were on their way to board the cruise ship MS Deutschland for a 16-day cruise to Ecuador. 5 minutes before the Concorde's scheduled takeoff, Continental Airlines Flight 55, a McDonnell Douglas DC-10, took off from the same runway. During takeoff, a small titanium alloy strip that was a part of the engine cover fell off and landed on the tarmac. During its takeoff run, the Concorde ran over this debris, cutting its right front tire, sending a large chunk of tire debris into the underside of its left wing, at an estimated speed of 140 meters per second, or 310 miles per hour. Although the impact did not puncture any of the fuel tanks in the wing, it sent a shockwave that ruptured fuel tank number 5 at its weakest point, just above the undercarriage. The ruptured tank released large quantities of fuel, while tire fragments severed wiring in the landing gear bay, preventing the retraction of the landing gear. Fuel from the ruptured tank ignited, causing a loss of power in both engines 1 and 2. Engine 1 slowly recovered over the next few seconds. A large plume of fire developed, and the flight engineer shut down engine 2 in response to the fire warning. This lack of thrust, increased drag from the damaged landing gear, and fire damage to the flight controls made the plane impossible to control. Just 2 minutes after takeoff, the plane crashed into a hotel in nearby Gonesse, killing 4 people on the ground and injuring a further 6. Air traffic control on the ground noticed the flames and informed the flight crew before the plane was airborne. However, the plane had exceeded V1 speed. V1 speed is a speed at which it is deemed too unsafe to abort the takeoff. As a result of the damage, the Concorde was unable to gain enough airspeed and unable to climb or accelerate, and its speed decreased during its brief flight. With engine 2 shut down, engine 1 surged in power again, causing the right wing to lift. This caused the plane to bank at an angle of over 100 degrees. The crew reduced power in engines 3 and 4 in an attempt to level the aircraft, but the plane continued its deceleration until it finally stalled. Air France Flight 4590 crashed into the Hotelissimo Le Relais Bleu Hotel. A video of the burning plane on takeoff and the aftermath of the crash was captured on video by a passing motorist. The crew tried to divert to nearby Paris-Le Bourget Airport. However, accident investigators determined that a safe landing would have been unlikely, due to the plane's flight path. The Concorde's cockpit voice recorder recorded the last intelligible words in the cockpit. Until the crash, Concorde had been considered one of the safest airplanes in the world. The crash was a direct cause of the end of Concorde's illustrious career. Within days of the crash, all Air France Concordes were grounded as a result of the accident, pending an investigation into the cause of the crash. Although British Airways claimed to make a profit on its fleet of Concordes, Air France's operation had been a money-losing venture, and it was claimed that the airplane was kept in operation only as a source of national pride. The accident investigation concluded that the Concorde was over the maximum takeoff weight by 810 kilograms, or 1,790 pounds. The wear strip that fell off the Continental DC-10 had been replaced twice in the months leading up to the accident. It had neither been manufactured nor installed according to the procedures set out by the manufacturer. A monument in honor of the crash victims was erected at Gonesse. The Concorde fleet was retired by both British Airways and Air France in 2003.